Hello and welcome to Flow with Allie. My name is Allie and today I have a short and sweet hip mobility practice. When I ask for requests in my studio classes, the number one thing people say is they want to get really deep into the hips. So that is exactly what we are going to target today. Let's get started in tabletop. Align shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Square off with a nice neutral spine, knees just about hips distance apart so they're not super close together. We'll start with a couple hydrants, a couple circles, shifting the weight to the right knee. Pick up your left knee, lift that left knee up so the thigh is parallel to the floor, and then swing that knee around and back down. Keep going like this. Inhale, lift the knee up, hip height. Use those glutes, circle the knee back. Getting a nice big circular motion into the hip joint. This is a ball and socket joint that can move all around. So we're gonna try to move it in some different directions today. I encourage you to keep it nice and slow and controlled. We all have different levels of flexibility, different tightness and tension, whether you spend a lot of time sitting or driving, whatever it might be. Kick that left leg back. And switch directions, take it out to the side and then back down. So really just stay connected to your breath, to your body, noticing the sensations, breathing through, knowing that you can always pull back and come back to child's pose, come back to tabletop if you need to reset. Lower that left knee and we'll switch it off to the right side. Start off by kicking that right foot back, knee lifts, swinging that knee out to the side and then back down. So we're going to do both directions, doesn't matter which one you start with. You might feel a little pop, a little crackle in your hip. As long as there's no pain, that's all right. We're just getting some movement in. This might not be a movement you normally do, so maybe you make this circle really small to start. Switch directions. So breathing through every single stretch. Release that knee back down. Draw your big toes together to touch. Spread your knees so they're either hips distance, or if you want deeper in the hips, you can take those knees out wider. Sink your hips over your heels. We're going into an extended child's pose. Rest your forehead down on the mat. Extend your arms long. Think about sitting your hips right over your heels. Feeling a soft opening. If your hips are off your heels, that's okay. Just allow your hips to give into gravity. Pressing forehead into the earth. One full inhale. And then exhale, open mouth, sigh. Let your breath go. Inhale, crawl yourself up. Come to a seat right in the middle of your mat. Stamp your feet down on the floor, knees up. Feet are right side by side next to one another and knees are up. Take your hands down on the outsides or even behind your hips. We're gonna open and close your knees like a book. So open your knees, close your knees. So it's like we're coming out. You can press your feet together. It's like you're coming out into a butterfly or a diamond shape. Baddha Konasana is Sanskrit name for the pose, but we're working the hips, just getting into some mobility in the hip joint. Exhale as you open, inhale as you close. This time as you exhale, allow your knees to fall and then sit up nice and tall, shoulders over hips. If you want more intensity and your hips can handle it, pressing feet together, draw heels in closer. Finding the spot where your body is happy. So you want that edge. So listen to your body. Hold onto your feet. Inhale, lift your chest, get nice and tall. Exhale, long spine, hinge forward. Turn your face down, look down at your feet. For more intensity, place your elbows in that crease of your knee to leverage your knees down as you let your head fall forward. Breathe. On your inhale, roll your spine up, one vertebrae stacks on top of the next. Nice tall spine, and just hug knees into chest. So close those knees back up, stamp feet about hips distance, hug your knees, bow your head. Letting this be a little release, a little reset for the hips. Inhale, roll back up. Place your hands behind your hips. Feet about hips distance. Knock your knees to the right. Knock your knees to the left. So we've got an external rotation and internal rotation going on here. And then as you come through center, we switch that up. One more time each side, and then we'll land in 90-90 on the right. So here we are to the right. Turn your chest so it's over the right leg, facing the top of your mat. If you want to push your heels out away from your body more, that's going to be a more intense stretch on your hips. For less, pull those heels in closer, making sure that right hip is rooted down, grounded down into the mat. Use your hands to square off to get up nice and tall. Find length here, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, we'll twist to the right. Take your left hand to your right knee and your right hand out to the side. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, open your shoulders to the right. One more breath like that. Inhale for length. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, return. Take your hands out to the side. We're gonna lean back a little bit. So you're gonna feel this on that left leg. And then if you'd like, you can also clasp your hands behind you instead of leaning back into your hands. You can roll your arm bones, your shoulders back, look up, lean back a little, opening through the chest, breathe in. Exhale, release. Take your hands to the floor at the front of your mat in front of your right leg. Inhale, breath to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bow forward over your right leg. If it's available, come down to your forearms wherever you are. Just bow your head. Maybe your forehead drops all the way down to your mat. Unclench the glutes on the left side. Breathe into your right hip. With every breath, imagine tension just unraveling like a spool of yarn. Releasing any energy. Sometimes emotion comes up during deep hip stretches and hip openers. Just allow yourself to be a quiet observer of the sensations, of the thoughts. Deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale, come back to your hands if you're down on your forearms. One more move here. Place your right hand outside your right hip. Take your left palm, face it up. Inhale your left arm up, lean into your right hand, open across your chest. Maybe you press into your right hand and your hips start to lift up, finding a lift. Look up. Press your hips forward. Exhale, lower down. Place your hands behind your hips. Swivel your hips off to the left. Left leg will lead this time. Wrap that right leg back around. Square your shoulders over your left leg. Big breath in. Make sure you've got contact with the mat on the left side. If you need more support, hug that right heel in, that left heel in. Find the spot where you feel comfortable, where you feel steady. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind left hip. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, open your chest to the left. Inhale back to center. And then as you breathe out, walk your hands back, pull your chest up, lean back. And if you prefer, you can clasp your hands behind your back to get a deeper opening in your chest, and then start to lean back a bit. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands in front of your left leg. Fold, crawl your arms out long. Keep a long spine. Bow your head forward. Option to come down to forearms. Fold your chest over your left leg, unclenching the right hip, glute, and breathing into the left hip. Feeling that softness, that loosening, sensation of surrender and letting go. Inhale, press yourself back up. Hands, lift your head. Place your left hand on the outside of your left hip, your right arm up. Inhale, lift your right arm to the sky, open across your chest. Lean into your left hand, lean back. Maybe you start to pick up your hips, open your chest. Breathe here. Exhale, lower down. Place your hands behind your hips. We're gonna swivel back and forth, swiveling the legs off to the right and then to the left. Keep your hands back there for support, or challenge to balance on your hips with hands at heart center. On your inhale, take your feet down. Exhale, knees to the right. So taking this 90-90 shape, also can be called deer pose, and working into the internal and external rotation without the hands. One more time to the right. And then back to center. Extend your legs out in front of you. Just shake your legs out. Letting that go. And we'll loosen up with a seated forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold over your legs, reach for your toes, flex your feet back towards your face. Maybe you can grab onto your feet, grab onto your mat, and then bow forehead to knees. Inhale, roll up. And from here, we're going to step up into a wide-legged forward fold. So separate your feet. Hands down on the mat. Parallel your feet to the front and back edges of your mat. Either take a nice wide stance, or if you want a little more support, heel toe your feet closer together. Press through the outer edges of your feet. Activate your legs, so lift your kneecaps to activate your quad muscles. Breathe in and breathe out, fold forward. Walk your hands back and drop your head down. So the crown of your head folds down toward the floor. Doesn't have to touch today. And breathe here. One more breath. On your next inhale, walk your hands forward, press your head up. Keeping the support of your hands on the mat. Bend into your right knee. Send your hips back, deeply bend. Supported Skandasana. Straighten that right leg. Bend into your left knee. You can slightly turn that toe out a little bit if you've got almost a pigeon toe going on. Now we're going to go back and forth from side to side. Stay with this option right here. You're getting a nice big opening on the inner thigh, working deep into your hips. If your body can handle a little more, you can go into a full Skandasana, crawling your hands further to the right, sink hips low. Right toes will turn out a little bit more and left toes will flex up. You can keep support on the mat or place hands at heart center. Try to keep that chest lifted up tall, hips sinking down low. Breathe here or here. Then release your hands. Step up onto your feet, crawl over to the left, bending the left knee. Same options, deep bend, or sink low with support, or hands at heart center. Release your hands, pop back up. We're gonna do 2 more times each side, either bending the knees or going from low Skandasana to low Skandasana. Super challenging option for hip mobility, no hands, stay low. This is what it looks like. Don't worry if it doesn't happen today. Low Skandasana right, step onto the left foot, hips stay low, low Skandasana to the left, upper body and hands stay fixed, back and forth. So take your options, you're crawling, you're bending, or you're staying low from side to side. So much strength, so much flexibility, so much mobility work in this move right here. Take one more time each side, and then come back to a wide-legged fold. We've got one more hip release. Heel toe your feet in, toes turn out slightly, heels are just wider than hips distance. Sink your hips down, Yogi Squat Malasana. So if your hips are feeling super tight, stay up high and just start to lower your hips. If you've got blocks or books to sit on, you can even stack a couple pillows. You can sit on that. If your hips can handle it, sink them low, and then hands to heart center. So find your option. We're gonna hold this for several breaths. There's time to pause this video or just let it run and come back with your pillows, with your props. This squat is so useful for being able to have that hip mobility and flexibility to squat down on the floor, pick things up, with the goal to do it until a very advanced age. So stay with it. The more you practice this shape, the more you practice this deep squat, the more progress you will see. If you're comfortably down in your squat, you can place one hand down and out to the side, the other arm up. And switch it out. If not, just hold. Such a good release. From here, everyone sit down. Recline down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a huge hug. And then lower your feet down. Let your knees fall off to the side. Supta Baddha Konasana. Recline Cobbler's pose. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Take a few breaths here with gratitude for yourself, for showing up, accepting whatever you were able to do today, accepting where you are today.